Jesus Reigns TV. Colonizing, dominating, and impacting nations with the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. A men anointed by God for such a time as this, proclaiming the decrees of heaven and announcing the seasons of God among man. A men aligned with the calendar of heaven. A prophet with an attitude of a servant, a father with a heart of son, a voice of prophecy in this generation.
I saw food prices rising in a very remarkable way.
AgriSA has warned that South Africa is lurching from a power crisis to a food crisis. Of course, this linked to the ongoing rolling blackouts.
I saw a very intense inflation sweeping across the world, and it affected this country, South Africa, severely.
Food inflation is high. I think 14% was the last print. And what people are lamenting is that prices in South Africa are going up even when global prices are coming down.
As this month of January begins, I am saying, go and buy in bulks all that you need now. Because the way things were so expensive, it is almost like there were even shortages on the shelves.
So family, look, this is Pick and Pay, and look what they have written outside of it. We just came here and look what they have written, but they don't have stock. So you guys prepare yourself, prepare yourself, prepare yourself.
Of big concern, obviously, it's the impact of load shedding on your processors as well as your retailers, because all of us just have to fork out money just to keep the food system going. And the big question is, when will government really come to the table to solve this problem? We've heard a lot of promises, we've heard a lot of interventions, but that's all just in theory. When are these things going to play out in practice so that we can reduce the risk of food shedding at the end of it?
Farmers were affected a lot by this time, and I saw how many of them began to cry to the Lord.
I think our farmers are really going to struggle. I know of farmers that plan to reduce the amount of hectares they are planting, especially within the vegetable sector, because they rely on irrigation. We have also seen food processors struggling at this point in time, and then our retailers. So all of these things will push up the price. And yes, the expected El Nino phenomenon will bring about a drier season. So we are heading for a very troubled period in terms of food production.
Now family, this was a very scary vision. It was very scary. As I looked at it, I became afraid of the level of poverty that I began to see. Many people began to struggle. Many people, it's almost like the struggle of people became worse in the year of 2023. I told you that the agenda of the enemy was to make sure that the world goes through a famine. And I'm here to say to you, the year of 2023 shall be that correct.
And it has been stagnating. Even our exports to overseas markets, the prices have been stagnated. And but on South African soil, we are confronted by a dollar-rand exchange rate that has really make our imports more expensive. For example, fertilizer prices, packaging prices, as well as shipping prices have gone all up. We've seen the opposite trend internationally, but in South Africa, those are the cost drivers that impact on our financial sustainability. On top of that, we've seen a massive increase in the price of electricity, petroleum, also national minimum wage.
So as I'm talking to you right now, hearing me, in the year of 2023, I'm saying to you, as this month of January begins, go and bulk buy. Go and bulk buy. Buy all necessary goods that you can buy that you know do not decay. Especially things that you know they do not decay. Go and buy them and keep them. Buy as much as you can. Create a food storage for this year. Let this be a year you make a food storage for yourself. Go and buy in bulks and store all the goods in your house.